Hi, it's Barbie, and welcome to the Middle of the Road. So, today I wanted to kind of give everybody a little bit of a definition as to exactly what the hell are they talking about when they talk about mortgage fraud. About this one has a house that they used a primary residence, and that one has a house that they have as a primary residence. Let me explain it to you, because some of these people may not be doing mortgage fraud. It depends on what the circumstances were, and there has to be proof of this, right? Okay, so let's say that you come along and you want to buy a house. First house, right? Everything's great. Your job's going great. You're getting promotions. All this stuff is really wonderful, right? And so you buy your first house and you're there for 6 months, and then your job comes to you and they say, hey, we have a proposition for you. We're going to give you $50,000 more. We're going to make you a regional manager, but we need you to move from, let's say, Dallas, Fort Worth, and we're going to move you Seattle. Okay? But you're getting $50,000. Oh, and you're getting all kinds of other little bonuses, right? Well, who in the hell in their right mind is going to say no? Right? And so you don't want to lose the house that you just bought because you really don't have the equity in it. Maybe you have an FHA loan on it, right? And so you want to keep that house because if you were to sell it, in a lot of cases, if you were to sell it, you would have to bring money to the table. You don't have that kind of money. You've got to hurry up and get to Seattle. You've got to do, so you decide, rather than letting all that commotion happen, you're just going to rent the house out. Well, you've lived there for 6 months. The bank understands that life goes on, circumstances change and such, and so they're not going to say anything. They're going to let you go ahead and cruise along. And then when you go to Seattle and you go to purchase a home there because it's a new job, because it's a new position, because you just got transferred, you've actually got your transfer papers, right? They're going to allow you to do another primary residence. Now, mind you, you started out in Dallas, Fort Worth. You're now buying a new residence. Let's say it's 7 months later now, in Seattle. That's okay. That's not mortgage fraud. Mortgage fraud, I'll give you a couple examples. Mortgage fraud is when, okay, you go in there and you say, because I had some people try to pull this, okay? They come to you. I was the realtor and the loan officer on this deal, right? I was good in both. All right. So they came to me, wanted me to help them buy a house, da-da-da-da-da. I said, okay, that sounds great. And the whole time, the way they were talking, it wasn't they were coming out and saying exactly what they were trying to do, but the way they were talking gave me little hints that something wasn't right here. Come to find out, they were going to buy the house, but never move into it, and immediately turn it into a rental. Well, you're buying it with that interest rate based on the security that there is a less likelihood that you're going to foreclose on that house, and so therefore you get a lower interest rate. When it comes to investment properties, second homes, that kind of thing, then the interest goes up depending on the risk, because there's risk involved in that, right? So you should, because they were wanting to buy it as an investment property, should have been up here on the interest rate instead of down here what they were trying to get. That is mortgage fraud. That is downright, outright, right there. You know, I have even had, because an ex and I, he owned a house on a street. And he and I bought a house on the next street over because that house was bigger and it had more to it than the little house that he had. And so we were going to rent out the little house that he had. 3 weeks after we closed on the new house, the bank actually sent someone by to make sure that we were living there, that we had moved into that house because we were in the business, because they wanted to make sure that we were not committing mortgage fraud. You see how that works? So if the intention is up front and you never move into the property as it being your primary residence, that is mortgage fraud. If you move there and live there for 6 months and get a promotion, have to move for a family emergency, whatever, then you can turn that into a rental. Your contract, you are not committing fraud. You can turn that into a rental at that point and take care of your business wherever you need to go. The bank will understand. So I hope that explains what they're talking about. So the woman that got fired from the feds, probably not. Ken Paxton, now that may be a different story. He may have committed, because he's got 4 houses. Now, I didn't find out from the report how many 4 houses where they are, because that would have a lot to do with whether or not that's mortgage fraud. It depends on the circumstances. We'll see. But I hope you understand now. So, y'all have a good day. Bye.